This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
It's time, once again, to look into the future.
The future, Conan?
That's right, Andy.
Oh, it is right.
Let's look to the future, all the way to the year 2016. In the year 2016.
Wait, you're supposed to go, in the year 2016. In the year 2016. Wow, that's...
That's a lot of falsetto.
I was going to say, you were banking on me knowing that reference, though.
Did you see me point at you and be like,
You did.
It's your turn.
We should emphasize this once again. We don't talk about the intros.
I almost told you, but I just wanted to see if you caught it.
Yeah.
And really, it was just like, look into the future, and then you're like, I got it.
Yeah. Because, that's throwback. That's great. Welcome to Baconsale, everyone. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
I'm Sean.
Huh?
I'm Sean.
How did you get in here?
Who?
I listen well. I am the listener.
Oh, welcome.
Oh, hold on now.
Many people have come here and made that claim. We still have yet to find the listener to our show.
Did you just call yourself the listener?
I just called myself the listener.
What you want to do is, if you're a guest on the show, you want to make it seem like you're a nice guy instead of saying I am what
No.
you're not.
No.
Because now everyone hates you.
He's
So
already self-conscious as he is.
Thanks, Joel. No, as the listener, I know that I can say that and just fit right well with this
Exactly.
show.
But yes,
You're asking for it.
Jacob went to go retrace his Amish roots, and so we brought in a good friend, a colleague. Sean Peake here is with us today. He has been a friend for a long time now, and he's been a listener for a long time, and we're very happy to have him here in the show.
He's been a listener for a long time. Maybe not the
How
listener.
many listeners do you think we have, Ken?
8.
What? We're up to 8?
Yeah, we're up to 8.
Eight
I checked
whole.
the stats.
Well, thank you, Joel, and hi, Kent.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Kent.
Just to introduce Sean a little bit, I used to walk by his desk because we all worked together. Worked together. Because this thing happened. Anyways, anytime I walked by Sean's desk, he would all of a sudden, he'd be changing his monitors real quick, like he got caught doing something bad.
What?
But he'd always pull up Baconsale and he'd be like, hey, look, Kent, I'm listening to your show. And I knew he was lying every
Right.
time.
But at least he was trying to lie.
But he was trying.
No comment.
In fact, we invited him to come and be a host on the show today. Pretty sure he binged at least one episode. So
One whole episode?
it may have been.
Listener. That's what I'm
Listener
saying.
of the one episode.
Be careful, man. You're playing with fire.
But no, we're glad to have you here. And please share this episode. You never know which listener we're going to pull on to be a guest on our show whenever Jake has to go sow his Amish oats.
Randomly so is the Amish oats.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rumspringa?
It's like opposite Rumspringa.
Bless you.
But tell your friends about Baconsale. It is a great road trip podcast. I've actually...
Did you practice that?
No, because I've had two people in the last couple weeks say that they started listening to it because they were on a road trip, and now they're like, great show, going to keep listening. And I'm like, great.
Really?
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm very impressed with that.
That's actually when I got hooked, is on a road trip.
There you go.
You got to quit lying. It's not doing you any favors.
The road trip was just last week.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So you listened to the one episode last week.
Exactly. But tell your friends and rate us and review us on iTunes because we like to, spread the Baconsale love, as we say.
Indeed. I mean, in a few months, we'll be at the end of season 2.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird to think about.
Like in December.
We are going to get to end of season 2 again?
We're going to end
Are we
the
going
year
back into the snow globe?
Oh, who knows? Let me write that.
Well, there hasn't really been a Krampus this year, so...
No, well, remember, 1 year ago we did, and basically what we're doing today is our fall/end of the year movie preview.
Right.
We're going to cover everything till the end of December.
You just totally stole his thunder, by the way.
Oh,
Sean,
no, all good.
what are we doing
What are
today?
we talking about today, Sean?
We're covering all the movies that are coming up till the end of December 2016.
Yeah.
Because 1 year ago, remember, Krampus came up and was introduced on the show for the first time.
It was.
And it actually...
That's one of your most anticipated, I might add. And we were like, are you kidding? And you're like, no, not at all.
I was really excited.
Yeah.
If there was a Krampus 2 coming out this year, it would be in my number 3.
Krampus 2, the crampening.
The crampening. I told you not to eat or swim 30 minutes after you eat.
But yes, we're going to talk about the movies we're anticipating coming up. But before we do that, we have some accountability to go with here because we did talk about our summer movie preview, episode 54. We talked about the movies that we were anticipating and the movies we wanted to bomb. So we want to take a quick look back at those and see how we
Isn't
did.
that mean of us to to say that we want movies to fail?
No, I appreciate it actually because I actually fall in line with a lot of those. So there we go.
Okay,
well,
good.
I think everyone has those. Like, for example, he just announced a Clue reboot, and I think everyone in the world kind of went, I want that to burn.
But don't they announce a new Clue reboot like once every 2 years or so?
That's what they
so.
say, but this one actually seems to have some traction, and it just makes me angry. It makes me angry.
So are they going to cast some kid as the Tim Curry role, and he's going to look all demented in old Pioneer clothes?
Well,
is that what's going to happen?
Hey, don't talk about Pennywise this late at night, or I will dream about
Yeah,
him.
it is late.
Let's go ahead and talk about the movies we were anticipating last time, and if we saw them, and what we thought. So, Ken,
You probably didn't see any of yours because I listened to that episode.
that was one where Jacob was like, "You can't anticipate that; it's rated R."
He's from the South?
Yep, I'm in Rumspringa. Hoity-doity-doity.
Oh, that's Jake's new voice.
Yes, apparently.
I didn't even
it
think
is.
Jake could fake a Southern accent.
Well, it's okay because he's not even going to listen to this episode. He never listens to him.
All right, so the movies I was really looking forward to, these will not surprise anyone. Should I just basically say if they worked out for me or not?
Yeah, run through them. I've got kind of my ratings and reviews for each one of the talked about, but I'll just be brief.
My number 5 was The Founder, the movie that didn't come out.
Yeah, they pushed that one. They pulled the Masterminds.
Yeah, they pulled a Masterminds. Which
Yeah.
Masterminds?
Hey, we can't talk about it yet. It may be on my list of most anticipated. Still,
It may still.
From last summer
Yeah.
of 2015.
was it the summer movie preview or the fall
We'll
movie
get
preview?
there. We'll get
Yeah.
there. But The Founder, it really did seem like an Oscar kind of movie. It's Michael Keaton. He plays the guy that conned the 2 McDonald brothers out of McDonald's.
Right.
And it now is what is McDonald's essentially. And it's an Oscar movie. It's coming out December because I think it's really trying to be that. And so, yeah, it wasn't a summer movie anymore. Haven't seen it. We'll see. The number 4 was The Nice Guys. Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe. I gave this movie a B-,
Which is good for you.
Apparently, that's the highest rating
that's
I give.
a hug to you.
That's a hug.
It's like a hug.
Is
A
it
hug
like
and a high five.
Is it like a side hug after a date, or like a full-on front hug?
It's like a standard cross arm with a slide.
Wait, how do you do that? That sounds romantic.
No, it's slide down the arms.
Sounds
I have
complicated.
a whole thing about this.
Wait,
but-
could you perform that on Sean?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you understand what he's saying?
I need a diagram at
a
some
cross-
point,
okay,
but
Parallel bars?
Standard cross arm. You guys know that. It's a standard cross arm hug.
Is that what they call it?
That's what we called it.
And you just pat 3
And then-
times, like
well, yeah, but then the standard with the slide is when you kind of bring your arms down and you slide down their arms, kind of as you're pulling back. It's a great move.
and then do you swing? Do you
Watch. Whoa! Stop trying to hug my microphone.
but then do you swing around?
Yeah, well,
You get dizzy.
if you're in a square dance, maybe.
or in a field of flowers. I feel that's acceptable.
that
too.
works out nicely.
Anyway,
too.
so The Nice Guys. It was very funny. Ryan Gosling killed it. It's just the story fell apart, and it was just so nihilistic. I kind of lost interest, but still, I'm going to watch this one again. But yes, it has a B-. So it was my 4th most anticipated, and that kind of shows you what this summer became.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, straight man, just tough the whole time, not super funny, but he and Gosling together are good. But the star of the show is Gosling all the way. So,
as it should be.
huh?
He's the star of my show.
Wow, should we change the name?
No.
Okay.
Ryan Gosling sale?
Doesn't quite work.
Hey, I'd listen to that.
Oh, you'd listen to that show.
Yeah, that one he would.
My number 3 was The Conjuring 2. The Conjuring 2 I actually gave a B+.
So
Oh.
it's so far the highest. I'm actually really looking forward to watching that one in October.
Oh, yeah,
Halloween.
yeah.
'Cause
I mean,
I love watching scary movies.
It's
in
pretty
October.
much October already.
Guys, I have something to say. I was in Costco the other day and I saw Halloween decorations and I'm very excited for it. It was the first. It's
What just happened to you?
I'm just saying, I love Halloween. And so I saw the first Halloween decorations up and I'm like, it's August. And normally, I'm worried about, holiday creep. But there's nothing between us and Halloween. Like that, there's no big holidays between now and then.
Sean, how do you feel about the holiday creep?
So for Halloween,
And
absolutely.
we're talking about the creeping of the dates, not Kent being the holiday creep. Want to see my Captain Planet costume?
Trick or treat.
Thank you for clarifying
I'm wearing blue
I was confused there for a second.
Yeah.
CreepyKent. Hashtag CreepyKent.
Hashtag CreepyKent.
You can't make up hashtags on
Make
this
that
show.
Oh, that's Jacob. That's
Listener,
right. Sorry, Jacob.
Make that happen.
Ken cares.
Never gonna
Hashtag
happen.
cares.
CreepyKent.
No, Halloween creeper. Wow. Backing up.
Title of the episode.
Halloween creeper. No, backing up to Halloween holiday creep. All for it. Thanksgiving
between
or
now and-
Christmas.
Exactly.
Right?
Between now and then, like between now and Halloween, we have Labor Day. That's pretty much it. But anyway, I'm getting off a sidetrack. This is a whole other
So you got really
conversation.
excited. Anyways, Conjuring 2, still not as good as the first one, but the performances by Patrick Wilson, Vera Farmiga are very, very good.
They were great.
Amiga.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
This movie is fun. It's a little more in your
Fun
face
in
jump
a
scares.
dark, scary way.
In a dark, demonic, scary way.
Yes.
It's a blast.
Best kind of fun.
I'll straight up admit I was terrified after that movie.
You did see it then?
Oh, great. Yeah, loved it.
I'm looking forward to it.
The Nun?
Oh my, yep.
That's all.
Sally
That's all.
Field? Sally Field?
Yeah, she flies. Actually, yes, she does. And then my number 2 was X-Men Apocalypse.
Right.
Which you'll remember we did a bacon bit on this one, or a
We
full
didn't.
episode.
It was actually, we talked about the X-Men rankings.
That's true.
And then it was like a really brief review at the beginning.
And I gave this one a higher grade than you or Jake. I gave this one a B+ as well. And, because I was a little disappointed in kind of the world-ending finale.
Yeah.
But I thought the characters were a lot of fun. This gave me...
You don't expect a world-ending finale from a movie called Apocalypse.
From a monster named Apocalypse.
That doesn't make any sense.
It really should have just been this internal struggle.
Yeah, this internal apocalypse.
The choice to come home.
It's yours at Chuckarama.
But, I liked it. I think I liked it a little more than most other people. But still, it's just a B+. It wasn't as good as Days of Future Past. My number 1 movie of the year, of course, is Suicide Squad. In summer, I think
Is
I said
or
year.
was?
Was. Because it stands at a B-. I gave it a B on the show.
So all yours were B pluses or B minuses?
Yes. I'm disappointed. I really hope they release a director's cut. Because
I forgot.
it was an editing mess.
I miss the days when you used to dare to be a villain.
Wait, do you want me to say A
Oh, just
on
say
this one?
no. Your lowest score is a B minus. Where's the hate, Kent?
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, okay.
Sean, did you see Suicide Squad?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Have you seen Batman v Superman?
Oh, yes.
Did you watch the Ultimate Edition?
No, not yet.
Do you want to watch it right now?
Yeah,
No,
let-
we're
I
not-
have
we're
it
not-
actually in my back pocket.
we're not
We
doing
can,
this.
Let's do
we can
this.
watch it right now. I
We're
bring
not
it up on
doing
every
this
show.
He does.
Anyways, that was my... Oh, and then my honorable mention was... I had a few, but Kubo and the Two Strings was one of my honorable mentions.
Uh-huh.
That's an A.
An A?
It's an A.
From a guy who hates animation and everything animated and children, this is amazing that you'd like this movie.
Genuine shock from the listener.
Genuine
in the
shock
room.
for me, too. I mean, I don't even know how to respond to that. But yeah, it's an A. It's the best movie of the summer.
I may have to go see that now.
Yeah.
You don't give things A's.
And I give this one an A.
Wow. All
Okay,
right.
go ahead.
Okay, so my 5 from last time, Keanu with a Key and Peele movie. 2 stars.
Out of 5?
2 stars out of 5.
Okay.
Like, this is all out of 5-star scale. I felt like it was like this really extended sketch. And that just there were some parts that were funny and some parts that weren't.
They're great at sketches.
They are, but this was a very long, drawn out one.
Ken, have you seen this?
No. I don't know why I haven't seen
you
it.
haven't seen it
because
yet?
I haven't seen it.
Well, let me just give you some anticipation
Sure.
here. Apparently, the filmmakers thought that a cat running in slow motion is the funniest thing ever because they do that.
Funny.
Well,
It is.
I have to agree.
But it's like for 20 minutes of the movie is the cat just running in slow motion with epic music and gunfire around it, all that. But it's like,
What?
yeah, you'll see.
Okay.
But that's the thing is, it's just a kind of a paper thin plot, repetitive gags. The cat is cute, but 2 stars. Nice Guys was my number 4. Haven't seen it yet. It comes out on August 23rd.
You can't see it. You're not allowed.
I can't even anticipate it.
Jacob will be pleased.
Yeah, he will. My number 3 was X-Men Apocalypse. I gave that one 3 stars. It was good, but I do feel like the franchise is a little muddled now between story, like because they've mixed.
I don't know what you're talking about. The
Storylines.
timelines make total sense to me.
They
Wink,
don't.
wink, nudge, nudge.
When you're sitting there going, wait, is this the one where Mystique does she grow up to be her, or does she end up being okay? Wait,
Wait,
do we change the
Mystique
timeline?
was in this movie?
Yeah.
I thought it was just
She was
what's
one
her
of the Blue
face?
Crew.
I thought it was just Jennifer Lawrence.
No, it's the Blue Crew with Apocalypse, Beast, and Mystique.
I'm cool with that.
Nightcrawler. Don't forget Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Yes. Oh, I did.
Everyone forgets about Nightcrawler.
I did in X-Men too. But my number 2 was actually Captain America: Civil War. 4 stars. 4 out of 5. This was This is the best. Oh yeah.
I mean, I remember when right after you saw it, you were like, "Yay!" And then I was like, "Really? Still
No, and I'll let you know this. I watched Avengers: Age of Ultron
again?"
again. My kids wanted to watch it,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for
and
you.
I just realized I was like, "Wow, Civil War is a better X-Men sequel than Ultron was." And it's not. It's a Captain America movie, but it's Avengers.
actually a better Avengers sequel. Fox owns the rights to X-Men.
What did I say?
You said X-Men.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's late. And I've been drinking water. But I really enjoyed Civil War. It was such a fun movie. I can't wait to actually show that one to my kids because it's one that one they'll enjoy. And it is a long movie, but I think they'll be engaged the entire time because it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
They're going to love when they rip arms off and stuff. That's just going to be a great time for your kids.
Family friendly.
We do that all the time. And then my number one most anticipated was Suicide Squad, which I gave 3 stars.
Yeah.
It's that mediocre, middle of the road, not as fun as the trailer made it out to be kind of movie. So
let me ask you about this. So Suicide Squad.
yeah.
In the news, Jared Leto has basically said that everyone tricked him into taking the role.
Yeah, what is up with that?
What are your thoughts on that?
I'm going to say out of context. Basically, it was taken.
You mean like what you do with our quotes at the end of the show?
I don't know what you're talking about because no one gets to those parts. Sean, have you ever got to the end of one of our episodes?
As the listener of that one episode, yes, I did.
There you go.
Okay. I really think his quotes were taken out of context because it was a conversation between he and someone else. And do I think he's happy
Was
with
it Kanye? Did Kanye
It was
record
Kanye.
the conversation?
And he just tweeted it out, and it was
it.
really cryptic.
I knew it.
What Taylor Swift have to say about it?
Shake it off. Old joke, still works.
But no, I think, yes, he should have. Well, he wanted to be in it more. He filmed more scenes. I think that if there's a director's cut, he will be. But from what he said, he thought this was going to be an art house thriller because the movie was that weird. And he was playing it like it was an art house thriller.
But do you think more Joker will solve the issues of this movie?
Yes. Because more Joker, and there's actually a description of all the scenes that were cut out, and they give it meat. They actually make the editing sort of work.
Except it's just going to be flashbacks and side stories.
No, it
And
actually gives context to the flashbacks.
But it's taking away from the main story and the main movement. So I think
No,
anything
yeah,
in
the
addition-
story and the missions aren't great, and the ending surely isn't great.
No.
So,
But Margot Robbie's still hot.
yeah, I do want to see the Joker more, and I don't necessarily want to see him in the Batman. And we'll talk about that, whenever that movie comes out in 2 years. But I want to see him have more fun with the role. But just we'll see.
There you go.
Well, Sean, did you have a favorite of the summer?
I'd give it to The Conjuring too.
Okay.
That one stuck with me for
Fun
much longer
summer
than it
movie
probably
for the
should
whole
have.
family.
Yes, kids, go watch that. Nuns will not terrify you forever.
Anyway, so talking about bombs, since we talked about the movies most anticipated, let's talk about the bombs real quick. I'll go first on this one. The ones I said, and I just want to kind of run through them real quick, is I wanted these movies to fail. I wanted Alice Through the Looking Glass to fail, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows to fail, Ghostbusters to fail, Independence Day Resurgence to fail, and Pete's Dragon to fail.
You're a terrible person.
And I'm a sexist, apparently.
But accurate.
Wait, I forgot that out of context thing. That's going to come back to haunt me. And just to give you like an idea here, because I actually went through and looked, Alice Through the Looking Glass had a budget of $170 million. Domestically, it made $76 million. Now,
Can we explain movie math real quick?
Yes, please do.
Double the production budget, and you have a more realistic take of what it takes to break even.
Exactly, because the budget only gets you so far. They don't include like marketing, and that's actually production. That doesn't include all the other stuff around it. Even if they break their production budget, it doesn't mean it's necessarily a success. But I have to say, I'm quite pleased with my picks here. I'm a little bit happy.
You're happy that things failed?
A little bit happy because Alice Through the Looking Glass, budget of $170 million. Total worldwide, $292 million. Million. So not quite double of the production budget, and it didn't do very well domestically at all.
No.
Like $76 million.
And there was the whole thing about Johnny Depp at the same time.
Yes, that was a little awkward for everybody.
Yeah, that probably played a lot.
Especially
into
Amber
it.
Heard.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I can never say that one, Out of the Shadows. Budget of $135 million, worldwide $239 million. So once again,
Such a cool movie.
It's
so cool.
yeah.
So cool.
You're hurting
So
me right
dumb.
now, Ken.
I really enjoyed it. I was all over it.
If you-
like a C- level, but still awesome.
As long as we're at the C- level,
Yeah.
but I'm still hurting with that statement.
I went
so
to bat for this
bad.
one a few months ago, and I still kind of have to.
No, why would you do that though?
Because you were in such pain, and I enjoyed it.
Because it was terrible. It was really a terrible movie. And I strictly am going with budget here because I didn't want to get muddled with all the ratings and things like that.
Sure.
Because all these were considered, not great, except for the exception of Ghostbusters, which had like a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Woohoo!
Now, here, kids, since we did the movie math, the budget was $144 million. So if you double $144 million, you get what?
$288 million.
Exactly. Very good.
Oh, yay.
Very good, kid. Kid in the front row. So they need to get around $288 million to kind of consider it a success. Total worldwide, $193 million. They barely surpassed their budget. like their budget, not even the marketing, all that. Mm-hmm. So even though they tried to hype it up as the best movie ever, and it's so good, and everyone loves it, the audience spoke, and it was a bomb.
Yeah, it was a bomb.
And then initially they also said, this is going to be, there's definitely going to be a sequel. Definitely going to be a sequel. And then they just came out with the article like, or maybe a spinoff or a cartoon series.
We'll probably do a cartoon.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Did you see Ghostbusters, Sean?
I refused. I still refuse.
It's not like, I wouldn't say go ahead and refuse because it's not terrible, but it's not good.
I actually can't even believe you're saying this right now
Yeah.
because you hated the idea of this.
Oh, I hate the idea, and I love seeing it fail. But but it wasn't like it was a terrible movie. Like I said, like the people that were saying this is the worst movie ever, I'm like, it's really not.
It's not. It's just a D.
In fact, I would
It's
say
just a D.
I would say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Independence Day Resurgence were worse. Than
No
Ghostbusters.
way. Ninja Turtles was better.
No. Independence Day Resurgence, $165 million for budget, $382 million. So it actually did pretty well, even though it's a terrible movie.
Only $102 million was domestically. That's
Yes.
like how little we care.
Yeah.
About that. 280.
But how
was
much America cares
Yeah,
about Independence
America's
Day.
like, we didn't even
Independence Day
care about
Resurgence.
that. The sequel to the second best American movie.
First.
Continuing.
Most American movie. And then Pete's Dragon, it's barely been out, but a budget of $65 million, and it's only at $29 million.
No, it's considered a bomb.
It's not doing too well.
Already considered a bomb.
I mean,
Yeah.
the first weekend, if you can't just hit it out of the park, it was beaten by Suicide Squad for the second week
Yep.
and Sausage Party by a ton.
Yeah.
No
So-
one wants to be beaten by Sausage Party.
That's being taken out of context.
So there you go. That's my bombs. And I'm proud to say I picked some good bombs there.
Mine are very similar to yours, except
Right.
for Ninja Turtles. Like Independence Day, I really wanted to hate and I wanted it to bomb, and it's an absolute F. I was miserable the entire time.
But it made its money.
Eh,
It's one of the more successful bombs of the summer.
yeah, I guess so. Number
I should
4.
put that on the DVD.
Yeah, one
of the most successful bombs of the summer, Peter Travers.
certified successful bomb. My number 4, you're not going to believe when I say this. My number 4 movie I wanted to bomb was Star Trek Beyond.
Yes, I
Isn't
do
that
remember you saying
awful?
that. You're a terrible person.
Isn't that awful?
Why would you do that?
And I think I was just like kind of excited that the production was going so badly, and I was like, oh, this movie will bomb, so I'm going to put it on the list.
Yeah.
I actually give it a B-. Like, it's a fun movie. It's a fun adventure. It's just doesn't have much meat to it.
You never give C's anymore. What happened to the hate?
Should I give more C's?
You should be more hateful.
Is Star Trek Beyond a Sea movie?
To see it?
Give us an example of a C movie that you saw.
Oh, I don't even know.
Or
Name
a D.
any movie.
Like I want. Well, you did say it was
Ghostbusters is a D.
You did say Independence Day Resurgence was the
Oh,
F.
Finding Dory would be a C.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it was in a sea.
In the
sea. It was filmed in the sea.
And you saw it.
Under the Sea.
Down where it's better. Anyways, Star Trek really hasn't made its money, which is really sad because I want to see it continue, and it probably will. Budget of 185, so times 2. It's made 140 here in the U.S., which is cool, but globally, not great. 72 million.
But it hasn't been out as long as a lot of these others either.
Still, I don't know if it's going to pick it up. Paramount's a little disappointed. My number 3 was Angry Birds.
Oh,
I didn't see this one,
it
actually.
was bad.
I was so frustrated throughout this entire movie. It's nonstop bad.
Why did
bad
you see this, Sean? You don't have kids.
No.
Why'd you see it?
To go see kids?
Halloween Creeper.
No, it was a poor date idea.
Oh.
And it was a good date until that happened. That movie happened.
It really isn't. I took my kids and I was like, this is going to be fun, and even they were bored with it. It's really a boring, non-funny, meh movie.
Well, it's like they took 3 different story ideas and tried to put it into one movie, and it just
It's like
it never works.
At the end, you're like, is the moral we're supposed to be mad or we're not supposed to be mad? Like, where are we going here with this? But,
yeah, and it seemed to drive home the fact that you should be angry,
Right.
like throughout the last half of the movie, and I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, and when the funniest part of your movie is a urination scene, it's
I
not,
love it.
It's not a very funny
I
movie.
love it.
That's
So
in
funny.
the trailer, by the way.
Yeah, it's in the trailer,
Yeah.
which I didn't see, so yeah.
Ugh. This one actually was really successful. It made 107 million here, 240 million globally on a budget of 73 million.
Family movies.
Yeah, people hate their kids. Like you hate your kids. You took your kids to this
I took
movie.
my kids. I was hoping it'd be good, but I'll take them to Kubo and the Two Strings next.
Yeah, you really should.
Will they like it?
Yes, it's a little scary, but not as much as like a Coraline or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't. That's the things when they said from the makers of Coraline, I'm like, ooh.
It's just a little supernatural, but that's just barely.
Supernatural. You're going to bring up that when Jacob's not here. If he listens to this episode, he's going to be ticked.
Carry on my wayward son. Ghostbusters is my number 2 that I wanted to bomb, and it sucks. Number 1, number 1 was 9 Lives, which wasn't screened.
Kevin Spacey as a cat.
Spacey, and it came out the same day as Suicide Squad. It's made $14 million.
Oh,
and that's it.
It's made that much? I'm genuinely
they
surprised.
They haven't released the production budget, but it's made $14 million.
Ooh.
So real bad.
Well, with all that cat CGI, it's got to be at least, $50.
Emily saw it, and she said it's basically as bad as there's a movie called A Talking Cat with Eric Roberts, and it was on Netflix, and it's awful. One of the worst movies ever. And Kevin Spacey puts that kind of performance into it. It's almost like he did not care or he owed someone.
So is he starting his spiral?
I don't. Well, who knows? House of Cards, he'll keep going strong. But
fair.
So, anyways,
there we go.
Yay for bombs!
Yay for bombs! But now we're going to get back into the fun. We're going to talk about the most anticipated for. We're calling it fall, but it's like October, November, December, September, October, November, December.
Can I ask you a question? Remember how last year we didn't include episode 7?
Yeah,
We avoided episode 7 because
you did.
Did you put it on your list?
I'm pretty sure I put it on my list.
I don't think you did because I think we were purposely not including it on the list.
Oh.
So you put Rogue One on your list somewhere?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. That's a shame.
I can anticipate
I'm
it.
saying, obviously, we're all anticipating Star Wars, right?
Oh, we did say that last time.
It's
We're
a
like,
given.
Yeah, it's always, it was like, other than Star Wars, what else were we anticipating?
Yes.
Which we all loved that one. So,
Yeah, that show went really well.
Yeah. Well, no, I had one of those road trippers. They said, yeah, we listened to the Star Wars review. And I was like,
oh, no.
That's a good one to start out on, actually.
There's a lot of...
That really breaks you into the show.
There's a lot of hate on that show.
It makes me feel awful because I was mean to you.
Yes, you were.
And I think one of the worst things I could do is be mean to Joel, who apparently everyone loves now. Mm-hmm. And, I thought I had that freedom. Apparently not. I'd give Joel a B- right now. I wouldn't give him a C.
But yeah, let's go ahead and then we'll go back and forth on this one, Sean, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Start with Kent.
I really struggled because my honorable mentions list is pretty significant.
Really?
In fact,
there's not that many movies coming out that are good.
There's a solid 10 to 11 movies I'm excited about. In fact, I think summer really dropped the ball. And so I think end of the year is going to be a lot of fun.
So
way more fun than
like
summer.
Oscar season is going to be the good time.
Yeah, but I don't even think we know a lot about a lot of the good Oscar movies yet.
Right.
The Oscar bait.
Yes.
I still think we have blockbusters coming up that will be great.
Really?
But of course, I brought in some hipster choices as well.
Who are you?
Is this Kent we're speaking to? That doesn't seem right.
Hello. But my number 5 is not a hipster choice. It's one I've been waiting for since the beginning of the year.
All right.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm walking away.
No.
Walking away.
What was that? I just was watching a trailer the other day and I was like, I'm into this. This trailer is great. And then at the very end, it had like a Kanye, why can't you be so heartless? And I was like, no.
That's how they get you.
Kanye needs to stop being in my trailers.
And he needs to stop with a lot of things, but I can second that as well.
You're double wide?
Yeah,
Is Kanye
double
there?
wide. Kanye hangs out in my double wide. we're pals. Trailer pals.
So Assassin's Creed, I'm excited for this movie because
give it a plot synopsis.
okay, yep. When Callum Lynch, played by Michael Fassbender,
Lost me already.
his name is
That's a terrible name.
Callum. Callum sounds like something like when you're clearing your throat. Callum.
Does he have a precious?
Yes, he does.
He does, and it's Marianne Cotillard in this movie.
Oh.
So when Callum Lynch explores he explores the memories of his ancestor Aguilar
Oh my gosh.
and gains the skills of a master assassin, he discovers he is a descendant of the secret assassin society.
Sounds like Magic the Gathering.
It's the fell.
I am Callum, son of Andrathar, lord of the reigns of the gem of knowledge. +2.
When did you start going to my Saturday nights?
There's a good reason this sounds like a video game because it's a video game.
It doesn't sound like a video game. It doesn't sound like a video game.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Magic the Gathering
Same
game.
thing.
No.
Yeah, video game movies?
The Assassin's Creed game has always intrigued me. I've never played it.
Oh, it's great.
They're great. They're really good.
Yeah, and so Do you think this one's going to be up to snuff?
I actually think it won't quite work for audiences because what it does for anyone that doesn't know, it's modern day and the past. And modern day is a very small part of this story.
It's frequency?
It's frequency. And he's talking to his father, Aguilar,
Now, Jack, now!
how to save his mom.
Yeah.
In this one, it's actually more in the future, Sean. You may be disappointed to hear this. It's more in the future, and there is a industry, there's a corporation that is...
The future, Kent?
Oh, here we go again. But this corporation is trying to use Michael Fassbender, not Michael Fassbender himself. This is a mess.
Yes.
But they're trying to use him to go back and get memories so they can find out secrets about the past and how to control the world. Really, really complex. Works for a video game because you're playing for 20 hours.
Right.
For a 2-hour movie, they should just go in the past and say, yep, he's during the Inquisition. There he is.
Basically, plug him into the Matrix and then go.
And go.
Exactly,
Yeah.
precisely. And I'm worried this movie won't have enough of the past going on because they've even kind of said that. And then Ubisoft, who created the game, says, yeah, we know the movie's not going to really succeed financially, but it will just help introduce the game to more people.
Right.
And I was like, that's a big gamble. Like, you're spending at least $200 million on this thing.
Yeah.
I'm just excited because I want there to be a great video game movie, and I kind of know it won't be, but I want to see if it can be good. Michael Fassbender is a great actor.
Well,
Video
and
game
he's
movies.
been a big driving force behind this.
Yes.
He's a huge fan of the series.
He even said,
yeah.
not Kanye.
Right.
He even said, I want to be in a sequel. Like, they want to do a sequel. So maybe a sequel could be great. Maybe this movie could be good.
Or Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
from
German.
Sweden?
He's German, yes?
So that's my number 5, Assassin's Creed.
My number 5 is Masterminds.
It is not.
It's not.
Are you going to do that every time?
Okay, here's the thing. I did look, and this was on the summer of 2015 movie preview. We're talking, we did the show back in April, like a long time ago. And I said, Masterminds, Jared Hess movie. It's got a bunch of funny people in it. I think it's going to be really funny. And it's now, August, and it's not coming out till September 30th.
Do you really think it will come out?
I don't know. I've seen trailers now. I think they're more committed to it. Although it's funny how I look at the cast now and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the same cast as Ghostbusters.
It is, actually.
And I didn't realize that. And now I'm like, no, that's not on my list. Although I did put it as an honorable mention because I'm like, I've been talking about it for a while.
So it has to be somewhere.
Hey.
Has to be somewhere.
Can we do a bacon bit for Masterminds?
We may have to.
Okay,
Maybe
deal.
that's who abducts us at the end of the year.
Yeah.
For the season
Leslie
finale
Jones.
in
Spoiler
December.
alert.
Anyway, no, my number 5 is actually maybe a hipster choice. I don't know. The Accountant.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I don't think that's a hipster choice. And it looks great.
So it comes out October 14th. It stars Ben Affleck and Anna Kendrick, actually, which seems like an odd pairing. But the synopsis just says, a forensic accountant uncooks the books for illicit clients.
Which is not what the trailer is at all.
No, the trailer plays something like this, where you see this guy who has severe OCD, and he's trying to function, and he's an accountant, and he has to deal with everyday life. And then all of a sudden, the trailer takes this turn, and you find out he's dealing with like these criminals and drug lords, and he has a gun in one scene.
He's a sociopath sniper.
So basically, we're talking Good Will Hunting 20 years later and Batman.
Exactly. How do you like them apples?
The chalkboard is gone.
No, but this is one where the trailer worked for me. And
Well, great use of music. The Radiohead song is just perfect.
yeah.
Oh, no.
I got to figure out what that other one was where it had Kanye in it because it really
No,
ruined
you
it for me.
don't.
I think it was the girl on the train, maybe. So this movie I thought looked really interesting, and it was the trailer that sold me. Like honestly, the plot synopsis were
And Anna Kendrick.
well, that's you. I think I'm still endeared by her.
Because I
I
think
second that.
And my little
Wait,
brother who
which
listens
one?
to the show also.
Oh,
likes
Joel, all the way. Anna
no.
Kendrick.
The movie itself is like, well, that looks like a cool thriller, and then she's like, hey, what you doing?
it. You want to play cups?
Yeah.
No. But she's fine.
When I'm gone. Yeah. You please be gone.
No. But The Accountant in October. I can look forward to it because one day I'll see it.
Nice.
One day.
One day.
All right, my number 4, and Sean, I think you'll agree with this based on your Facebook post the other day.
Uh-oh.
I've wanted to see this one from the beginning of the year when it was called The Story of Your Life. It's called The Arrival.
The story of your life, and
Take her home, drive all night, keep her warm inside.
What did I get myself into here?
Welcome to the show.
You should wonder about that.
So The Arrival is what it's called now. And Joel, if you remember have you seen the trailer for this one yet?
Yeah, with not Julianne Moore. Help
Amy
me.
Adams.
Thank you.
How dare you?
They're basically the same person.
Oh, because they're gingers? How dare you?
Well,
I'm a Harris.
Ginger lives matter, okay?
I'm a Harris, Kent, okay?
So directed by Denis Villeneuve, who's like my favorite director of the moment. He directed Prisoners and Sicario.
So this is going to be a fun, uplifting movie.
In no
be a
way,
happy
shape, or
movie.
form. Remember me describing Prisoners to you?
Oh, destroyed me.
And I was like, I had to go hug my kids.
well,
Yeah.
just to catch up on this, the description of this destroyed you.
Of the Prisoners.
Of the prisoners.
Yeah,
Not
I've never
actually
seen it.
watching
No,
the
I
movie.
saw the trailer for Prisoners, and I came to Kent and I said, Kent, I know you've seen this. I know I can't handle this movie. This is beyond, like, emotionally, I could not handle it because it deals with kids and kidnapping and things like that, and knew it would get to me. So I just said, I just need to know.
Home Alone 4?
And I yeah, exactly. I asked him to spoil it for me, which I rarely do, but that one I just couldn't take.
And I didn't want to, but he was.
And then I watched Sicario, and I was like, wow, I love everyone and everything, and I'm so happy.
And I am never leaving this bubble in Utah
Nope.
again.
Never going to Arizona or anything that borders Mexico.
All right, so the description of The Arrival, it does star Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner.
Wait, it doesn't star Charlie Sheen?
No. Hey, you know The Arrival is starring Charlie Sheen.
Yes, I do.
I think he was called Charles back then.
He may have been. That was a long time ago.
Yes. So taking place after alien crafts land around the world, an expert linguist, not lingua,
Lois Lane.
Lois Lane is recruited by the military to determine whether they come in peace or are a threat. And I'm just going to say this right now to everyone. Don't watch the trailer.
Really?
Honestly, go in with the mystery.
Well, where were you 2
No,
days
but
ago
you
before I
watched-
posted it?
I honestly, because I watched the trailer because I can't help myself.
You
yeah.
watched the teaser, though, right?
I watched both.
Oh.
You can watch the teaser, I suppose, but this trailer makes it so mysterious, and it's not just like it's Independence Day or it's an alien invasion movie. It seems like something more.
It looks new. It looks genuinely new.
They
Yes.
got something going on behind the curtain because they give away a lot in the trailer. I'm like, there's no way they're going to give away that much. So there's got to be something more to the story.
Oh, there absolutely is. But I would say avoid it. Just totally avoid the trailer.
The movie
and then
or the trailer?
The trailer, because
Okay.
I think the movie will be incredible. I hope.
When does that one come out again?
It comes out 11/11, so November 11th.
So that's not bad. That's not too far away.
Yeah, so I'm stoked.
All right.
Joel, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is actually The Magnificent Seven.
Oh, the Chris Pratt movie. He's so funny.
That's
That was my version of
probably
Anna
why.
Kendrick.
No. When I'm gone. No, but the thing about it is, I know there's some people saying, hey, Joel, you hate reboots. You hate reboots. Why would you be excited for Magnificent Seven? I have to say it as the cast. Because I just barely saw them. I saw Seven Samurai years ago. Loved it. And I watched Magnificent Seven. Great movie. Solid movie. And I'm actually interested to see if this cast can pull it off.
Yeah.
And it's more anticipating like, okay, yeah, let's see what they can do with this. And so, like, I mean, you got Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, Vincent D'Onofrio, Peter Sarsgaard, and a bunch of other names I don't know. But I'll read the synopsis real quick. 7 gunmen in the Old West gradually come together to help a poor village against savage thieves. So, and you're sitting there thinking, that sounds like Three Amigos. Yes. Three Amigos is a parody of the original Magnificent Seven.
Right.
And I think it could be good.
I think why you're not so mad is because the Magnificent Seven came after Seven Samurai.
Right.
Like it was already almost like a direct remake a few years after.
Yes,
But that's
just
just
set
it.
in a Western.
But it was that exactly that it was something different, and so I'm a little concerned that they're doing it straight as a Western again. But
Well, they are, but what made the Magnificent Seven stand out, because it's a pretty simple plot,
oh yes,
is that the characters like Charles Bronson, Yul Brynner, in
Yul
the
Brynner
original
is
Steve
fantastic.
McQueen.
Yes.
It's the cast works, and honestly, by getting Ethan Hawke, Denzel, and Chris Pratt,
Yeah.
already with just those three guys,
oh yeah.
they've got a good cast.
Well, and the funny thing about it too is like, I mean, you think about, and I know you don't feel this way,
I'm ready to hear how
but
I feel.
the majority of people think that like the Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Ocean's 11 is like that's the epitome of cool, like that's cool.
He was really cool.
But
in
Yul
the
Brynner and
sequels, too.
Steve McQueen, they have such good chemistry, and
Right.
that pair, I'm just like, and apparently they had some off-screen fighting going on about showboating and
Oh, really?
and trying to steal each other's scenes and stuff like that.
Huh.
But
That never happens in Hollywood.
no, but the chemistry works and the cast is good. But I also felt watching the old Magnificent Seven, there were some characters that kind of left by the wayside and they didn't develop as much. And I'm like, maybe they can improve on that. But
Probably not.
no, and I think this is going to be a kitschy, more, I don't want to say teeny bopper, but
The
fun version
The
of the
director
movie.
is an action director, and he's fun.
Yeah. Who's the director? Wait,
Anton Fuqua?
That's right. Yes.
I'm always very careful when I say his name.
As you should be.
Family friendly.
Yes.
Yeah. But and that's the thing is, like, I think Seven Samurai is a great film. I think The Magnificent Seven is a great film. I don't think this will be great, but I think it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a blast.
So-
It's going to be a movie to go to the movies with your dad, too.
Yeah.
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 Good description.
Yeah. All right.
Ken,
My
your
number
three?
three is called Hacksaw Ridge. You're both looking at me blindly.
Is that the wrestling movie?
No, this is the sequel to Saw.
Bonesaw thinks it is.
Oh my gosh.
That's a call out to the early 2000s right
Yes,
there.
it is. All right, go with your Bonesaw movie.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. That sounds, if I may guess,
No, please tell me what it's about.
I'm guessing it's a Western or set in maybe kind of a trailer park.
Yeah, I mean, you're one genre off, and I know you want to go here. Hacksaw Ridge.
Right.
It's a war movie. World War II movie.
Wait, no, is this the one with the kid who won't fight?
Yes.
That's the one.
So it's a World War II. World War II American Army medic Desmond T. Doss, who served during the Battle of Okinawa, refuses to kill people and becomes the first conscientious objector in American history to be awarded the Medal of Honor. This movie stars Andrew Garfield and pretty much everyone, and is directed.
Wait, before you say this.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. I watched this trailer and I was kind of rolling my eyes like, I don't know about this. And then I saw the director and I went, I'm in.
Angelina Jolie.
Nice try. Except for Unbroken was so soulless.
Oh, I know. After reading the book and then you see the movie, it's just like, you messed that one up, Angelina.
The director of Hacksaw Ridge, Mel Gibson.
He's back.
You,
He's doing
No,
movies
seriously,
again?
I did the same thing. I saw the trailer and I said, Mel Gibson?
you're hurting my brain right now a little bit.
In what way? Please describe.
Because Mel Gibson, I mean, The Patriot, Braveheart.
He didn't direct The Patriots.
Fair. But still.
He might as well have.
He might as well have. Everyone thinks he did.
But it's been a long time since we've needed a good Mel Gibson, movie. And wow, genuinely surprised.
And that's just it. As soon as his name came up, I went, I might watch that.
I'm so excited.
And it's based on a
because
true story, too, right?
It is, yes. And I will say that Andrew Garfield, he is, when he wants to be emotional, there's no better young actor than him. And he's going to be crying a lot during this movie.
When he went emo in Spider-Man 3, I was just...
that was
Hey, too soon because he never got the chance to go emo.
Oh, that's
all
right. He had to fight Jamie Foxx.
Oh, that's all. Moment of silence, please. But I am so excited for this movie. I don't know why, because it's another World War II movie, and I know I'm going to see a better World War II movie next year with a little movie called Dunkirk,
Yes, sir.
right?
Oh,
Yes,
Christopher
sir.
Nolan.
And we'll get there.
Yep.
That will be the movie I talk about every episode, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's Mel Gibson. He has such tight control of the camera. He really knows what he's doing. I hope he's back on his game. Even like Apocalypto, which not a lot of people saw, was fascinating.
Oh, that's a great movie.
It's astounding.
He really hasn't directed that much. I'm just looking at this. So, Apocalypto, The Passion of the Christ, Braveheart, Man Without a Face, and apparently Mel
Did he direct Man Without a Face?
Yeah, apparently. And then Mel Gibson Goes Back to School, TV movie documentary.
I guess I missed that one.
I don't know.
Missed? Is missed the word you want to use
Are
there?
we giving
Yeah.
Are we giving him a pass because of Braveheart? Basically,
No, I honestly, okay. The Passion is very gluttonous in its bloodiness, but
Okay.
I think the way he directed it, like what he did, awesome.
all right.
Like that was truly like as a self-financed project, in the way it looked, absolutely beautiful. Apocalypto, I love, and Braveheart, of course.
Yeah.
I mean that's a pass.
Was that your number one for Best Picture winner?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, fantastic film.
So what was your number 3?
My number 3. Again, I'm going to say this right now, Kent. You're not going to like any of my picks. I'm just letting you know right now. Let's just get that out in the open.
I've been okay with your pick so far,
But now you're
So
not.
far.
Now you're not
So
going to like
far.
them. I'm letting you know right now. You're not going to like them. So
okay, I want to guess.
Buckle up.
Number 3.
It's not going to be Star Wars. What is it?
My number 3 is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Okay.
boy.
See, that's the reaction. Comes out on November 18th, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm excited about this movie, because the magic of Harry Potter has been lost. I mean, they come up with the Cursed Child, and they come up with all these other side stories,
Which
and little
apparently
books
isn't
and-
great.
No, but they come up with all this stuff. None of
Did
it.
you read it, Sean?
I tried. I really did. But
Yeah, here's just bleh.
very bleh.
But Sam, if you're out there, you can let us know if it's bleh. But so Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them feels like the old magic, and I hope it is. Now, for those of you who don't follow the Harry Potter series, I don't think you really have to watch this movie, but here's the synopsis. The adventures of writer Newt Scamander.
Newt Scamander.
Yeah, there you go. In New York's secret community of witches and wizards, 70 years before Harry Potter reads his book in school. So, in the Harry Potter books, there was this book, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. They decided to spin off a movie on that. It looks like it could be a lot of fun, and I'm anticipating because I wanted to bring back the magic of Harry Potter instead of all these kind of facades that we've been getting lately of just like, yeah, here's some more Harry Potter information for no reason.
And by magic, do you want more movies? Do you want a new franchise?
I don't even think so. Like, I would actually be very happy if this was just a standalone movie that we could just enjoy. And so I'm looking forward to it. This is my number 3, and it comes out November 18th.
It'll be okay. It's actually in my honorable mentions, so
yeah,
I'll give you a pass on that one.
You're going to hate all my picks. I'm just going to let you know right now.
What else? I might know one of them, but still, I got to know. What's the other one?
You're going to find out. Go ahead.
I'm looking at my list going, no, I don't know it. Okay, anyways. My number 2?
Number 2.
Blair Witch.
What?
The Blair Witch sequel. Let's differentiate here, okay?
It's called Blair Witch. That's the title.
I know. But the problem is we call Blair Witch Project Blair Witch, and I think it's going to get confusing.
It's not, because the original is called The Blair Witch Project.
No one calls it The Blair Witch Project. They're just like, yeah, we watched Blair Witch. It was freaky.
Yeah, I watched The Blair Witch Project, Book of Shadows.
Blair Witch Project, Book of Shadows.
Out of Shadows?
Out of Shadows.
Yes. Krang is there for some reason in the woods.
That would be creepy.
Would it?
Krang by himself in the woods?
Ooh, like a brain?
Yes.
On a rock pile?
Yes.
I'd watch that.
That was my band name in college.
A brain on a rock pile?
Brain on a rock pile.
What kind of music did you play? Was it folk?
It was mostly adult contemporary.
Oh, okay. So stupid. Blair Witch. I will tell you why I'm excited, because I think 2016 is the year of movie surprises, and there have been 2 movie surprises this year.
What?
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Mm-hmm. It was announced 2 months before, the trailer came out 2 months before the movie was released.
I loved that.
And then all of a sudden the movie was good, too?
Yeah.
We don't deserve that.
No. Especially when J.J. Abrams was already working on Star Wars, and we
Yeah.
thought that was going to be his big thing.
Well, and the internet. The internet ruins everything. But that wasn't ruined.
That should be another quote on the DVDs.
Yes.
The internet ruins everything. And then for the past, 6 months ago, I saw a movie trailer for a movie called The Woods.
Right.
And it was billed as the scariest movie of the year, so terrifying. And I was like,
Bryce Dallas Howard, directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Almost.
It
Remember? Huh?
was called The Woods, and they
Yeah.
switched to The Village.
The Village.
So, yeah.
Because The Woods wouldn't have really made sense.
No.
At that point.
Well, it would have. There were woods around them.
Sort of. Yeah, but it is about the village.
I'm excited for Halloween. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. Wait, you were excited, I'm so excited to see decorations. So
There you go. Bringing the joke back to Baconsale.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So this movie was called The Woods, and it looked scary from the trailer. And then at Comic-Con, 4 weeks ago, they said, here's the trailer, here's an extended trailer, Blair Witch. And it was very apparent that this was a direct Blair Witch sequel, getting rid of Book of Out of the Shadows. Totally, almost.
Out of the shadows.
Yeah. And this one, it uses the found footage format, but not in an annoying and going to make you sick way, and also seems just to have its own narrative. So I don't know how they're filming this.
It'll be interesting to
Maybe
see.
it'll be like Chronicle, where things are crystal clear,
Yeah.
and the camera just floats.
Yeah, I'm
and
okay.
follows them. But I'm so excited. The director, everyone loves on the indie sphere. I think he's inconsistent, but good. It's Adam Wingard. He did The Guest with Matthew from Downton Abbey.
Didn't see it.
Where he plays a psycho.
Oh, yeah. I saw the
It's
trailer
quite
for
good,
that.
actually.
Is it good?
And then You're Next, which I didn't care for.
Your
Next is in
that
this-
the horror movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they wear the masks.
Yeah.
And everyone loved it. I didn't care for it.
Everyone loved It Follows. People are stupid.
It's a little bit in that style, to be honest with you.
I hated It Follows so much.
Tell us more about it.
It's terrible. I'm excited for Halloween, though.
It's a sequel. You probably don't care, but here's the synopsis anyways. After discovering a video showing what he believes to be his sister's experiences in the demonic woods of the Blair Witch. Why does it say that? Anyways, James and a group of friends head to the forest in search of his lost sibling.
Does this involve a giant peach?
Yeah, probably at some point. And there is Krang in the pit of the peach.
Wait, so when it says his sister, is it talking about Heather?
I don't know. Because Heather, that was 17 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, my sister got lost 17 years ago, and I watched this weird VHS
Just now.
just now. And, we got to find Josh.
The problem is, and this is the problem I see with this movie, is that Blair Witch, it hit a nerve, and it did great because it was that whole, is it real, is it not real, kind of fun stuff.
Well, and then at the very end, I mean, that's, ooh.
Yeah, but even then, it doesn't
One of
show,
the best horror endings ever.
but it doesn't show anything, and that's why it's great.
Yes.
I'm worried about this because, number one, if he exists in a world where the Blair Witch Project was real, then he had to have seen that movie because it came out and it was a documentary and it was about those people, which kind of then blurs the line between reality and fiction a bit more. And also, in sequels, they always want to up the stakes.
If you watch the trailer, the stakes are upped.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And so I'm just worried it's going to be like, no, here's the Blair Witch. This is what she looks like. And it's like, no. I don't want to know though.
It's just the Blair Witch Project, like as much as crazy it is, like the footage just makes you absolutely sick. They introduced like 3 plot lines that could be their own movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they went nowhere with the sequel, and that's why they killed the franchise.
There is no sequel.
Yeah, there is no sequel,
Or
right?
Zool.
But this one, I almost think you're right. I think they could go meta and someone being like, hey, remember that internet craze, back in 99 and how everyone thought this was real? Let's try to make our own thing, and then things start going really badly. They're sleeping in their tents, and they hear with all the rocks and everything.
Is that what that was? It wasn't tap dancing?
Yeah, it was tap dancing. But Blair Witch, I mean, I always need a horror film in my end of the year list, and this is the one for me.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, I like that.
You'll have to let me know how
Your
it
choice is going to be even better.
No, you're going to hate it. Because my number 2 is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's number 2?
You have to realize the trailer did not really... I didn't like it.
Even the new trailer?
Even the new trailer. And I think it's because I still have a sour taste in my mouth.
Do
from the
you
last trailer.
think you are, sir?
I second that, Kent. Who do you think you are, sir?
And that's why I'm saying you're going to be happy with this, because it's my number 2. Now, for those of you who don't know, rebels set out on a mission to steal the plans for the Death Star.
I'm a rebel. Wait, hold on.
It's a
This is
rebellion.
I
a
rebel.
Ugh. Terrible line, and they need to stop using that. But it looks like it's going to be an interesting story, but frankly, I just don't know. I'm worried about the Star Wars franchise and how much we're going to get from it. And I worry that this is one of those rush projects because we've heard about issues they've been having and reshoots and
40% of the movie reshot.
Yeah, and having bad experience with test audiences and things like that. Like this really isn't. It doesn't bode well. I'm hopeful for it. I'm anticipating it, but I'm worried. So this is kind of a careful anticipation. It comes out December 16th. I'm sure I'm going to see it, probably in theaters, Jacob, and and I'm excited for it.
So the one movie you can see, on this
much.
list
So far. Well, Magnificent 7. That's going to be PG-13.
Is it rated R?
Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue
Yeah,
One.
they had to reshoot everything. It's, Ben
R.
Affleck's bum is there.
R for rebellion.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
Ouch.
What are your thoughts on Rogue One, Sean?
So I am a huge Star Wars geek. I mean, everyone is these days, right? But
Feels like it.
Yeah, everyone. I saw the teaser and was underwhelmed. The teaser, I was just kind of like, meh. The trailer, I had shivers, just goosebumps everywhere.
Now, okay, did you have shivers for the whole thing, or spoiler alert, did you have shivers when you saw Darth Vader?
Everything up to Darth Vader.
I actually thought that was completely unnecessary to show Darth Vader.
I agree.
They already had me.
Except that's what they wanted.
I paused the video right before that happened, went and talked to a friend of mine about it. We geeked out, went back, realized there was another 20 seconds or however long left.
Who does that? Who stops a trailer midstream to go talk to other people?
Fools like me, sir. Fools like me.
Yeah, but no, I'm anticipating it. I think it'll be entertaining. I don't know if it'll be good.
I'm excited for an original Star Wars story. And that's going to, come on.
Original, as in this comes from a line from the movie.
One line. But still, we get these new characters. We get and who knows, maybe it will follow
And
some of
to
the plot.
be honest,
yes.
I try to avoid spoilers as much as possible and try to avoid information as much as possible. I'm still confused as to which mission this is.
No, many Bothans did not die.
And that's what you said last
mission.
time. And I was like, well, then what is it? So I'm trying to remember what the other conversation was that mentions this one.
Spoilers?
Well, tell us about the Bothans.
No, because it's not the Bothans. You said
They
it's not-
die later. No big deal.
Wait. So are there 2 missions to salvage or to
Steal the plans for the
steal
Death
the
Star?
plans for Death Stars?
Well, in true, Star Wars fashion,
Could you
blow up
tighten your glasses real quick on your
Yeah.
face?
Yes, let me do that real quick. In true Star Wars fashion, 2 Death Stars. Yes.
Right. Yes.
Plans
Or
get
3
stolen.
or 4.
Or 3 or 4. 2 Death Stars, two plans get stolen at two different points in time.
Couldn't they just use the same plans, considering they were building the same Death Star?
See, I think they put plywood over the holes over the first one, so they had to switch it up a bit.
No.
It was destroyed in the first one, and they tried to make a better one. They just
Yeah.
didn't finish it yet.
No, but it was fully operational.
So, I mean, are we going to see another movie where the second group
I think it
steals the
depends how this one
Bothans?
does.
No one cares about the Bothans.
Hey, many Bothans died to give us this information.
Yeah.
And then they move on.
Look, if the Ewoks can get 2 movies, the Bothans can get 1.
Did they get 2 movies?
Yeah. Ewok Adventure and then Battle for Endor.
Hey, boo.
What?
No, they're not great.
It's when you're like 8, they're great.
No, they're
When
not.
you're a kid, they're great. Remember the thing that ran really fast when Wilford Brimley was there?
I remember Wilford Brimley. I remember a glass donut. Is there a glass donut in that one?
Probably. Is that the one with the spider or the big troll?
Is there the
thing?
water that zaps you underneath the water?
And the Drew Barrymore lookalike?
Yeah,
I get them
curly
confused.
hair. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm excited for
They're
Halloween.
adorable, though.
Anyway, that's my number 2. Is
Actually,
Rogue One, Star Wars story.
I think,
Rogue One: a Star Wars story.
But yeah, this is the one I'm behind. I really want to see this one.
Is it your number 2?
I'm on to my number 1, actually.
Ooh, here we go.
Oh,
Drum
that's
roll.
right.
You ready for number 1?
Let's hear it.
La La Land.
La La Land,
La La Land.
the musical starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone.
Yes.
La La Land.
My number 1 is La La Land.
You're making this up. Your number 1 is not La La Land.
You want a pinky swear right now?
Let me look at your screen.
They're legitimately pinking swearing.
Why do
right
you
now.
have pictures of Jacob shirtless on there?
We miss him too.
He's got Castiel wings
La
too.
La Land.
La La Land. I love saying La La Land.
And just so you're aware, this isn't like a movie version of La La Loopsy for all you parents out there.
Directed by Damien Chazelle, who wrote and directed Whiplash,
Yes.
one of the best movies of 2014,
Which, yeah.
and the writer of 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Huh.
This guy is new, but he knows his crap.
And so he's going to make crap.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
La La Land. Let me tell you about it. In the heart of Los Angeles, aspiring actress Mia, played by Emma Stone, serves lattes to movie stars in between auditions. While this is like a Kent summary. This is long.
Yeah. Why don't you just go for a jazz pianist
Okay.
falls for an aspiring actress in Los Angeles, like on IMDb?
Yes, but the dreams they work so hard to maintain threaten to rip them apart. The trailer for this is candy for me.
Really?
I fell in love.
I would have not pegged you to like this trailer.
This is where my artsy fartsy comes out.
where
Like,
the music was beautiful. Ryan Gosling's singing voice.
no, it was perfect.
He's no Ewan McGregor.
Oh yeah, Moulin Rouge fan over here. No one compares to Ewan McGregor.
No comment on this one, Kent.
It's a fantastic musical. And I have to admit, I'm intrigued by this movie. But to put it as your number 1,
Number 1.
you've changed since you left here, Kent.
I still see you all the time.
You do.
But maybe I have changed. I don't dare to be the villain anymore.
No, apparently not.
No C movies.
There's no C movies anymore.
I know C movies.
It's late. Please forgive us for the dad jokes. So I am so excited to see this one. Yes, I haven't cared for Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling's other films, which are Crazy Stupid Love and what's the other one? Gangster Squad.
Yeah.
Right.
But I do think them in the movies, they have really great chemistry. And to have this one be a musical and they both look like they fit, it's going to be fun. There's going to be, just the trailer teases, even though it's a sad trailer.
Yeah.
It teases all these wonderful musical scenes. It's going to be like, what was that Coen Brothers movie that was kind of a misfire this year? Like the best parts of that Coen Brothers movie.
Oh,
Hail Caesar.
Yeah.
It's going to be the best parts of that movie, but in a 2-hour form.
Interesting.
I cannot wait for this movie. It
That's
comes
your
out
number 1.
December 16th.
Disregarding Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Even above Rogue One.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Oh,
I am so excited. And, call me crazy,
you're crazy.
Crazy.
but this will be my... Okay. Who knows? I can't really build this up in my own head.
You can put it up there right next to Down with Love and Chicago and all those wonderful musicals from the last couple years.
Down with Love has Ewan McGregor, your boy.
I know, and I hated that one.
You really did?
I really
it has
hated Down with
Renee Zellweger. So,
I just hated that movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your number 1?
Well, you're not going to like it.
It better be La La Land.
It's
I feel like I'm all, please.
yeah, it's not going to be. My number 1 is Doctor Strange. That disappointment in your eyes is appropriate, Kent. This movie, I know nothing about Doctor Strange, and I love that I don't know going in what to expect
You've
from
seen
this
Inception,
character.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly
Just checking.
what Doctor Strange is.
And so Inception, and I got an Inception vibe from, which is why I'm surprised it's a Marvel movie, so automatically you're going to be like, well, Marvel, all hell, Christopher Nolan. That's pretty much Kent.
Yeah, truthfully.
This comes
not
out
wrong. Like, what's to argue with that, you know?
Doctor Strange comes out November 4th, and here's the synopsis. After his career is destroyed, a brilliant but arrogant and conceited surgeon gets a new lease on life.
Tony Stark is in this movie?
When a sorcerer,
He's a surgeon?
He's not a surgeon. When a sorcerer
With great
takes him under
temples.
her wing and trains him to defend the world against evil. And I don't know much about Doctor Strange, but in the first trailer, I was kind of like, well, okay. But the last trailer I saw, I went, this movie looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Like, a lot of fun. And visually going to be entertaining. The story seems entertaining. Benedict Cumberbatch, I think he's a great actor. Cumberbatch.
Cucumber Patch.
I mean, just the way he flipped on his cape at the end, I was like, that's cool.
It's cool. Honestly, the cool thing is that they're making a Doctor Strange movie. The fact that Marvel is so far along in their cinematic universe that they can make a Doctor Strange movie. Just say that out loud. Doctor Strange, Ant-Man.
And poor DC's like, let's get all of them. Aquaman and Wonder Woman and Superman. We'll get them all in the movie
Cyborg.
together.
Don't forget Cyborg.
And Flash. We'll get them all in the movie together and people will love it, right?
Yes.
I probably will.
Yeah, it's a good trailer.
No, me too.
But that's next year. So there you go. That's my number one is Doctor Strange.
Like, I don't blame
Interesting.
you. It's going to be, I hope it's visually captivating. I just really don't want it to be the same mold. I don't want it to be funny. Like, it doesn't need to be, because it seems like a serious story, right?
Right.
And this guy coming to terms with his new abilities and kind of being crippled, and I just don't want it to be the same formula.
To me, and this is just how I perceived it, it seemed kind of a hybrid of like The Matrix and Inception, and I went, those are two movies I really enjoy.
What I'm afraid of is that
Did you hear what I said about Inception, by the way? It's on my movies I really enjoy.
Oh, wow.
I don't believe you.
It's the second time I watched it, I went, wow.
You've only seen it twice.
I know.
I'm mad at you.
I just said I liked it.
Kent's really disappointed right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm scared for Doctor Strange that it's just going to be Iron Man 2.0 because, rich, cocky guy, just out there, knows his craft really well or whatever,
Right.
gets shot down, and then in the sequel, he's just going to be the same cocky guy again.
Call me crazy, but I'd be more excited about this movie. Don't call me
If
crazy.
it was called La La Land,
If it was called La La Land, Dr. La La Land.
And Christopher Nolan
If
directed.
it didn't star Benedict Cumberbatch, I think he's such an
come on.
easy pick for fangirls out there.
This is what Ken does.
I'm a fangirl
be
for
still
him.
my be still my heart, Sherlock.
This role, it feels like, based on what I know of Doctor Strange, which is little, this feels like he's a good fit for it. And that's what the community is saying, too, is like, yes, this makes sense.
Of course the community is, because it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
This is one of those things, Sean, he does this.
we listen to a show.
I've listened to the one show, yes.
Then you probably heard that if everyone likes something, Kent doesn't like it. And that's the way it works here. He's like, oh, everyone likes Benedict Cumberbatch? I don't like him.
Yes, Joel, I've had conversations with Kent before.
Yes, you have. I like how I'm
Quite a few.
I like how I'm like,
We've known each other 3 years at least.
yeah. So, yeah.
I want it to be good. I want it to break the mold. But remember your disappointment with Ant-Man, which
Yes.
everyone really went crazy over.
Oh, I had to watch that one again, too. And I didn't like it.
I turned it off about 3/4 of the way through. Couldn't finish it.
Really?
Although Ant-Man was
Really?
great in Civil War, and he's good.
No,
in
he
small
was
doses.
great in Civil War.
He was a really good part of that.
And I'll say this. I'm excited because it's magic, right? Magic is everything behind this movie.
Yes.
And Marvel has such a big budget, or I should say Disney, that they're going to make it look incredible.
Yes.
Like the magic's going to be super awesome.
Well, and I'm happy to see magic come into play because for the longest time, Marvel, at least the Marvel shared universe, is all grounded in science. And even the magic of Asgard is like, well, you call it magic, we call it science. And I'm
vice
like,
versa.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking.
Can you
of
do another Thor?
I was thinking of
impression?
Natalie Portman, but bring me a horse.
Yeah, that was Natalie Portman for sure.
But I
That was actually Kat Dennings. That's what her voice sounds like.
I'm hoping we get,
Meh.
I'm hoping we get straight up magic in this one, and that it's able to kind of break that supernatural realm that's not just grounded in science, but now we get a different version of these superheroes.
So I agree. I'm looking forward to it in that sense of, the magic and all that. I'm also scared that it's going to break Marvel because, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, everything's kind of grounded in science. And then you throw in this all-powerful being, essentially,
Right.
who can just make the world Inception.
Which is going to be a problem. If they introduce Doctor Strange, it's like, why don't they just call Doctor Strange every time? And someone explained it to me that he doesn't really fight in our realm against people in our realm as much as he defends from other realms. And I'm like, okay.
I was actually called on a friend of mine listened to our heroes bracket.
Someone listened to that show?
I know, right? It was like episode 14 or whatnot.
Something like that.
And Doctor Strange went out the first round because he got strangled by his cape and someone broke his
That's right.
Wonder Woman tied his hands together because he needs his hands.
That's
and they were
right.
like, if he just touches someone, he can send them 3 dimensions away. And so, he's like
That's a lot of
ultra
dimensions
powerful.
away.
At least 3.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if it was at least 5, I'd be impressed. But
yeah. No, I hope it's good. I was impressed with Civil War. I want Doctor Strange to be good. Just don't give me the same old.
Like La La Land.
Oh,
I'm kidding. It's more that I'm surprised that's your number one. It's not like I think it's going to be a bad movie. I just was like, whoa, what?
I'm just kidding. There's a secret Krampus sequel coming out this year.
La La Land is that's the sequel to Krampus.
Yeah.
They're now in La La Land.
Beautiful snow globe.
It all makes sense now.
Real quick, my honorable mentions.
Yes. Yeah, go for it.
I did put Fantastic Beasts, A Magnificent Seven, The Accountant, Star Wars, Jack Reacher.
Oh, that first one
Never
was
looked back.
fun.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah. It was like John Wick, where I did not expect to really enjoy this movie as much as I did.
No comment? No comment.
John Wick.
Didn't like it?
John Wick. I was hoping for story.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
I was told this is because someone gave me bad
It's a country
information.
song.
It's a country song. It
Yeah.
totally is.
They killed my wife. They killed my dog.
Shame on you. Shame on you, Sean.
No. Oh. No, had I been told that this was not a story movie, I would have probably loved it because it's a very, action-filled movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
It should have just been called Double Tap because that's what he does to everyone in the movie.
And it's so satisfying.
Isn't that weird?
Every now and then you just need a good guy just to kill everybody.
Yes.
That sounds weird.
Also, there's a movie called War on Everyone that I'm really excited to see. It has Michael Pena and Aaron. Anyways, the Tarzan guy. His name's not Aaron at all, but it's the Tarzan guy.
Arbor Scarbard.
Skarsgård.
Yeah. Andrew.
No.
Andrew?
Nope.
No.
Someone's gonna let us know.
Tarzan guy.
Tarzan.
Skarsgård. And it's by the guy who did The Guard. He's an Irish director.
Right.
Really clever. And The Girl on the Train.
The Girl on the Train looks interesting. In
Yeah.
fact, my honorable mentions include Masterminds, as I mentioned. Sully. I actually am intrigued to see Sully. I love a good Tom Hanks movie.
Of course.
The Girl on the Train looks very intriguing. Inferno, because the Dan Brown books, they're fun. And
Did you read this one?
I didn't read this one yet. I'm actually want to see the movie first this time because I read the books before, and then the movie's such a watered down version.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I want to see the movie and enjoy that, and then read the book. And then Allied was my last one. That's the
Really?
It
I think it looks so bland.
it's Marion Cotillard. It's Brad Pitt. It's got Nazis and espionage and things like that. It seemed like it might be interesting, but it's on my low end of honorable mentions because I was like, yeah, I think I might want to see that.
Okay.
So,
Do you have
Sean-
a pick for the summer?
There's so many that I want to see.
Or
It's
in
tough to
summer?
call.
Summer.
No,
Excuse me,
have we not, is there any that we haven't mentioned that you want to bring up, or any that you want to re-emphasize?
I will say that I'm looking forward to Snowden. I may be the one person who's looking forward to that, but
Well, who doesn't love a good Joseph Gordon-Levitt every now and then?
I sure do. I'll be straight up with you. I'm not excited that it's an Oliver Stone joint,
fair enough.
but I do like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yes?
An Oliver Stone joint.
Yes.
There we go.
Aha!
Family friendly.
Hey, you haven't got family friendly this show, have you? Oh, I forgot one. It was my Oscar bait pick. The Light Between Oceans.
Seeing it next week.
The Light Between Oceans, I showed it to my wife, and she was like, that looks like it's going to be sad. And I'm like, yeah, probably so.
Based on the name, yeah, it's going to be sad.
A lighthouse keeper and his wife living off the coast of Western Australia raise a baby they rescue from an adrift rowboat. And I'll tell you why it's Oscar bait, because it stars Oscar nominee Michael Fassbender, Oscar winner Alicia Vikander, and Oscar nominee Rachel Weisz. It's just kind of, they're stacking it up there. And it's all about this couple who finds this baby, and then they raise the baby, and then they find out it might be this other woman's baby, and they have to debate whether
It's a tearjerker.
Oh, it's going to be a total tearjerker. And I think it's going to be one of those Oscar noms.
I think the biggest one, unless, there's a lot of trouble for this guy, is going to be Birth of a Nation.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of trouble going around.
Let's not get into the trouble in a fun show.
Right. But Birth of a Nation, it killed it at Sundance. I talked to people who've seen it, and they said, it is what you expect. It's 13 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
But
12 Years a Slave?
Well, the sequel.
Oh, the sequel.
Yeah. See what I did there? Like 22 Jump Street.
I got you.
Ding.
Yeah.
One more year. We can't joke about this. But apparently it did super well. I think this is going to be the big movie at the end of the year. But I think as far as sad movies go, this may not be Best Picture, but the acting nominees will be from Manchester by the Sea, which I saw at Sundance. Casey Affleck, Michelle Williams. It is phenomenal. And I almost cried.
Whoa.
What?
And I don't do that.
No, you do not.
Did it involve a father-son relationship?
Let's not talk about it.
It totally did. That's Kent's Hot Topic button.
Oh,
What are you doing over there?
You don't want to know.
Okay, so we're running out of time, but real quick, let's talk about our ones we want to bomb, just so we can predict those. Because hopefully down the road, we can look back on these and say, yeah, did it work, did it not work?
Yeah.
So the ones I want to bomb, Storks comes out September 23rd. Storks have moved on from delivering babies to packages. Wacky.
Andy Samberg's in it.
Yeah. Bad Santa 2.
I forgot.
First one's a cult classic.
It is a cult classic, but it's just not my style of humor. And I'm like, oh, they're making another one? Want it to go downhill. Trolls. Man, I'm hitting on animateds a lot. Sorry. Trolls, honestly, the trailer just annoyed me. And when it says, like, okay, I just got to read this. Featuring original music from Justin Timberlake and soon-to-be classic mashups of songs from other popular artists, the film stars the voice talents of Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, Russell Brand, James Corden, Kunal Nayyar, Ron Funches, Icona Pop, Gwen Stefani, and many more. Yeah, that one.
Remember when Treasure Trolls were cool back in 1993?
This feels like an Angry Birds type of movie where it's like, wow, that was a long time ago. Why are we making a movie now? Also, I did Sing. Wow, I did have a lot of animated on here.
Yeah, Sing looks terrible.
Yeah, a koala named Buster recruits his best friend to help him drum up business for his theater by hosting a singing competition. Nah, I don't think it's going to be good.
Sounds like a winner to me.
And my number one, I want it to bomb so badly. Boo, a Medea Halloween.
I forgot that was coming out.
It's a Tyler Perry movie. For those of you who have not listened to other shows, Diary of a Mad Black Woman is probably my worst hated movie of all time, or at least up there. I watched the trailer, and after it stopped, I went, my wife was in the room, and I just went, honey, I hate myself. Just for watching the trailer, I hate myself. Oh, it looks terrible. Let it bomb, let it bomb, let it bomb.
I also have Trolls on my list because it looks terrible. Like, I want to hate it. So I also have Inferno on my list.
You think it's going to bomb?
I don't care if it does or not.
You're just kind of done.
Well, I'm like, Ron Howard, you're a good filmmaker.
Yeah.
Why are you still making this series?
Yeah.
I mean, does he have a mullet in this movie?
I think it's a little trimmed up now.
Okay. But listen to here's the description of Inferno. When Robert Langdon wakes up in an Italian hospital with amnesia, he teams up with Dr. Sienna Brooks, and together they must race across Europe against the clock to foil a deadly global plot.
Is she a young, beautiful brunette?
She is Felicity Jones.
There we go.
I mean, it just sounds like, it's a Dan Brown book.
And I feel like I've seen this movie twice already.
You have.
Yes.
Yeah. Although it's going to be different codes and different things like that. And to be honest, I just recently watched Da Vinci Code and then Angels and Demons. Da Vinci Code, it was fun. I really enjoy that book. Like, not even like ironically.
Yeah,
I really like that book.
It's a good book.
And watching the movie, it really was kind of a dull retelling of it. Angels and Demons, they understood that it was a dull retelling before, so they try to put more action, and it is more action-packed. I'm hoping this one does the same thing where they're like stepping another.
I actually liked the book Angels and Demons and the movie better than Da Vinci Code.
Really? Mm-hmm. There you go.
So hopefully.
That's the one with the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
Backwards and forwards.
With the cool symbols.
Yep.
Another movie that I hope fails is Masterminds.
If it comes out on September 30th.
I mean, the movie stars Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis, I can't even say his name. Galifianakis, Kristen Wiig. It looked a lot funnier when I was looking forward to it in April of last year.
Well, it's like a summer movie.
Yeah.
And the last one I really want to fail is called South Side with You. This film is set in the summer of 1989 in Chicago and tells the story of the first date between future President of the United States, Barack Obama, and First Lady Michelle Obama.
Why would you hate that, Kent?
Right.
Do we really need that movie?
It just feels too soon. Like, I'm okay showing this cute story, and apparently this was another Sundance movie. It did well because it takes the Before Sunrise formula of just two people on a date, and it's just a really great dialogue. And apparently the actors are good, the dialogue is good, but it's just like, he's our current president, isn't he wonderful?
So they're trying to pull a W.
Well, W was the other way around, though.
Yeah.
Well, and they had that other Sundance film when they had President Bush assassinated on one of the Sundance films. There was a big controversy, stuff like that. And now we're getting...
This is a love letter, though.
A cute little date story about the current president of the United States.
Yes. Which, maybe if you watch this sometime around elections, like in November, this will probably be like, I don't want him to go. Who knows?
I'm just looking forward to next year when we get the Ivanka and Donald story.
What? Gross. Did you mean to say that?
Yes. President Trump.
Joel is currently having a mini stroke. Please stand by.
I don't know.
Oh, man. No. Okay. Well, do you have any others? Or is those?
That's it.
Okay. Do you want to jump on any of the ones that I hate too? Because I would love it if you could put some more hate on to boo a Medea Halloween.
I don't hate things anymore.
That's
They're
true.
all B minus.
No C's.
Almost every movie this summer got a B minus. Like The Shallows got a B minus, Star Trek got a B minus, Bourne got a B minus, Suicide Squad got a B minus.
What happened to you?
This summer happened to me. I just became like so marginal. Yeah, it's okay if you like that sort of thing.
Who are you?
Except for Kubo. Go see that movie.
There you go.
Hey.
Anyway, we thank you for listening today. Sean, did you have any others before I wrap up?
What are your thoughts on Deepwater Horizon?
It's the most boring trailer for the most boring movie. And probably the worst title, too.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Deepwater Horizon, I keep thinking there's going to be some cool Leviathan in the water, like those 90s movies or something.
Yeah, I could see that.
And
Mark
Wahlberg
yes.
in this movie, like an oil rig movie, and it shows the entire movie in the trailer.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, though, is this is one of those movies I think is going to be one of those, I can't think of it, American Sniper type movies. It's that American hero story.
Except for he's also starring in Patriots Day, which comes out at the end of the year about the Boston Marathon bombing. Oscar bait.
No, total. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, well, also, does anyone else think it's a little weird that Mark Wahlberg's married to Kate Hudson in this movie?
Yeah.
That seems like an odd pairing.
No, that was very bizarre. And even in the trailer, they didn't seem to have a lot of chemistry. I mean, it is just a trailer, but still.
But it's, no one has chemistry with her.
It's going to be an American hero story. I honestly think so. So,
yeah. I think I've seen the movie, though. But yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. There you go. So there we go. That one last one in there.
So, Sean, where can people find you
Yes.
if they want to fight with you and say that they are the listener and not you?
No comment. No, you can find me on Twitter at SpeakIt2.
Yeah. Speak it, SPEE,
Yes, SPEEKIT2.
the number 2.
Number 2.
There you go. You have to be a little more specific. Otherwise, people like type in random stuff and start yelling at this random stranger.
I'd prefer that.
Also, before we
Yes.
completely sign off, I just want to say I hope that we introduced you to some new movies that you hadn't heard of.
La La Land.
And I hope that, we talked about movies that you are also excited about. Please let us know on Facebook, on Twitter, at baconsale.com, what movies you're most anticipating for the end of this year. And also, you can comment on how psychic we are, because we were able to so well predict the bombs of the summer.
Take that, 9 Lives.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel. That's on Twitter. And if you can also find me at Quick Wits. They perform every Saturday night at Midville Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or the Quick Wits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter and Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, ShowtimeShowdown.com, and you can see me every Friday morning at 8:30 on KJazz, Channel 14. And so until next time, by the way, Sean, thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, thanks,
thanks
Sean.
for letting me
We
come
enjoyed
on.
having you here.
We'll have you back next year sometime.
Sounds good. When the Krampus crampening,
Yes. Do you want to come to the crampening?
sign me up.
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
Moment of silence, repeat the intern. Okay.
We're good?
Yes, we're good.
Until next time, this has been Baconsale.
But tell your friends about Baconsale. It is a great road trip podcast.
Is it like a side hug after a date or like a full-on front hug?
It's like a standard cross arm with a slide. Story of your life, and take her home.
Drive all night,
Keep her warm inside.
What did I get myself into here?
Welcome to the show.
Do you never give C's anymore? What happened to the hate?
Should I give more C's?
You should be more hateful. From a guy who hates animation and everything animated and children.
It makes me feel awful because I was mean to you.
Where's the hate, Kent? Where's the hate?
It's coming. But maybe I have changed. I don't dare to be the villain anymore. I almost cried. Because now everyone hates you.
Jacob will be pleased.
Yep, I'm in Rumspringa. You can't anticipate that. It's rated R.
No one wants to be beaten by Sausage Party.
You don't expect a world-ending finale from a movie called Apocalypse.
Can I ask you a question?
Want to see my Captain Planet costume?
Trick or treat.
It's nonstop bad.
Kanye hangs out in a double wide. Why can't you be so heartless? And I was like, no.
It's the fell.
I am Callum, son of Andrathar. Lord of the brains of the gem of knowledge. +2, bring me a horse. Oh, sorry, it's late. And I've been drinking. Oh, I hate the idea, and I love seeing it fail.
Hey, what you doing?
You want to play cups? I don't know about this.
Oh, because they're gingers? How dare you?
Krang by himself in the woods?
Ooh, like a brain?
Yes.
On a rock pile?
Yes.
You're hurting my brain right now a little bit.
The internet ruins everything.
Who do you think you are, sir?
It's a rebellion. I rebel. Boo. Yeah.
Ouch. No one cares about the Bothans.
Hey, many Bothans died to give us this information.
Yeah. No one compares to Ewan McGregor. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Crazy.
Dog.
Shame on you. Shame on you,
shame.
Sean.
No.
Every now and then you just need a good guy just to kill everybody.
Yeah.
He's the star of my show.
What Taylor Swift have to say about it?
La La Land.
La La Land.
La La Land.
La La Land. La La Land.
La
Please,
La
too.
Land. La La Land. La La Land. La La Land. You're a terrible person.
And I'm a sexist.